He is married.
For Africa
He's married to
starts
his
as
honey.
a non-profit organization serving first the small community.
Like, technology is one of those spaces that thrives on problem solving, and
organization that was
there's so many
to
other
address some of the
there's so many
economic
ideas
disparities between the African community and the broader St. Louis community.
For Africa is here for you. They want to help you do this. We have the academies, like Claim Academy is here for you. They want to help you do this.
And so we have
immigrants and the resources available for entrepreneurs and business owners.
I was the one who came here during winter. I almost cried in this house with the little one.
But authenticity, being true to your character, authenticity is the expression of your identity.
I called someone from Kenya.
We have been serving more than 6,000 refugee and immigrants on average per year from 75 countries.
There's something a company wants this box to be able to do.
He's American. I say, what is your last name?
Whatever it is.
That is a reminder all the time. He is not so American as he thinks. The last name.
Definitely assist with at whatever level you're at. If you're
the persistence and the drive that I see.
And I grew up in the late 40s, early 50s. And at that time, the polite term
and other persons of African ancestry.
Should we talk about economics? I mean, I love this idea of why aren't we as African Americans
take something from this meeting and do something about it.
But we need to understand tonight that history of slavery is very parallel. Exploitation happened on both continents.
Tell them what you're doing and tell them how you think it's going to end up and what things go differently. It's important to tell them you're still figuring that out. So it's important to open that line of communication with the parents where you're telling them about what
is important.
And now we want to extend this opportunity to students outside St. Louis. We want to reach out. We want to connect with our youth in Texas. We want to connect with the youth in Georgia. We want to connect to youth in
keep yourself
New York.
Clean and free corona, wear your mask, gloves, and also carry hand sanitizer. What about?
But the virus can't spread because those people have antibodies. That's the herd immunity. But the reason we can't use it for this scenario is because too many people would die, and before we get that, enough people with antibodies they'd already be dead.
Our pandemic, most of the cases actually, it would be the highest rates would be in the northern portion of the county here for obvious reasons that we know. This is really obviously more economically deprived areas. I do chronic diseases, I can map diabetes, heart disease, and all this, and the cases will be highest in southern
task force recommendation on how to stop the spread of the coronavirus.
That's another tool so that we can combat COVID. The COVID vaccine, as we've been hearing about. Affinia Healthcare applied to be a vaccinator a while ago. We were approved just over
It was a difficult year. It's the year that we all would like to forget. And it's one of the years that I have signed so many death certificates.
I think that if anybody's the vaccines come from the federal government to the state, and then the state in turn sends them to the local jurisdiction.
Perhaps we need to explain about what is the messenger RNA. Because the biggest fear that I've seen through my WhatsApp is that you can quantify the DNA, the genetic. As a biochemist, molecular biologist, I don't think that's possible.
And this type of forum is so great. Jeffrey and Brian, thank you for organizing.
For Nintendo for Africa, who continues to play a huge role in helping immigrant entrepreneurs like myself move forward, moving the needle towards a greater equity and creating
all the information and the wonderful things that are going on with this organization. Again, my name is Denise Smith. I am the president of the Archway, Missouri chapter of the Links Incorporated.
And when Giselle asked me about who did I know that would be useful, no, I said Jeffrey and Nintendo for Africa.
And want to go to that field. I know and I've seen from experience people who are thriving in that area.
So it would be really easy for me to adapt because I've been exposed and I
like Jeff Franker's style of you don't have to be complete with the business to start it. So my question is,
the African American culture is always you find.
Is there a way recent African American immigrants can benefit from the African American business
what
knowledge?
I need to do? I may feel like I'm a little bit better. They may feel like they're a little bit better. So that misconception may bring the division, whereby we should actually be together and helping each other.
That one for moves in Sunday and into next week, we stay cool because of the storm chances as we head into next week.
For those resources, and we want to find a way how we can be able to connect those two. Those who are looking for information and those who have that information, we want to bring them together. And that's how we grow our economy, because